You're watching ABC7 News at 5:30.
Our top story at 5:30, credit card skimmers. According to the University of Florida, it is a multi-billion-dollar problem.
To fix the issue, researchers have created a new device called a skim reaper to catch credit card thieves. ABC7's Jackie Kelly is in Punta Gorda, where police say they are going to start using this device.
Scott, Jacqueline, this newly created device helps test if a skimmer has been added to the outside of a machine. Police here say that they hope that by using this device, it'll stop thieves from trying to steal credit card information in the area. Swiping your card at a gas station could cost more than just a tank of gas. Punta Gorda Police Department Lieutenant Dylan Renz says that thieves can steal your credit card information by placing a skimmer either on the inside or outside of a gas pump. Some drivers say because of this, they're more cautious.
I kind of look to see if the credit card intake has any issues, and I don't use my debit card anymore at the pump. I only use a credit card in case there is a problem. Of course, they'll reimburse you.
Wren says the city now requires putting locks on gas pumps because of this problem.
The recent city ordinance that we enacted here in Punta Gorda alleviates the issue of people being able to get into the gas pumps to install the internal kind. Our concern is that these skimmers will start using the external type of skimmers.
And to protect the city against external skimmers, the department has reached out to the University of Florida researchers to test out the newly developed Skim Reaper device.
It's a computer. It's attached to a device that looks like a credit card. We slide it in and out, and the computer will tell us whether that card is being read twice. So we can use it on multiple machines at a time.
Punta Gorda is not the only city that sees skimmers at gas stations. Northport Police Department's Public Information Officer, Josh Taylor, says they see people using skimmers from time to time. This has caused Northport commissioners to start talking about strengthening local ordinances.
I know our commission's talked, and our police force has talked about trying to give us some more teeth as far as enforcing, making sure the businesses are being diligent, that they have the right alarms and technology to let them know that when somebody's tampered with one of their machines. So we're hopeful that some of that will move forward.
Taylor says the department is curious about the new Skim Reaper technology and would be interested if it's proven to protect people's credit card information. Punta Gorda Police Department will be one of the first police departments in the state to try out this device, but the long-term goal for the University of Florida is to have not only police officers use this, but also banks and retailers. Reporting in Punta Gorda, Jackie Kelly, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Jackie, thank you. As soon as tomorrow, we should have an updated timeline of when road work will be complete in downtown Venice. The Downtown Venice Beautification Project update meeting will be held at 2 p.m. It will be held in council chambers at City Hall. There will also be an informational open house from 2 to 2:30, followed by a presentation from 2:30 to 3. That is all open to the public.
A controversial lift station project in Sarasota is getting more expensive. A recent jury decision involving Lift Station 87 will cost the city a reported $600,000, but legal fees around this case topped $7 million. That would raise the costs associated with the project to nearly $50 million. What will be the city's biggest sewage station is still going up in Lukewood Park at Mound and 301. It's 2 years from completion and about 10 years past deadline. One former commission candidate says the city is fortunate many taxpayers are not following the case.
How did it ever get to this? 10 years late, still not done, turning what could be a beautiful park into a wastewater treatment plant. This is exactly what happens when people aren't looking. It's the government that you get when you don't vote.
ABC7 reached out to City Manager Tom Barwin. He was not available for comment.
Mote Marine Laboratory is getting leadership in place for its new Red Tide Institute. Today, Mote announced Dr. Cynthia Heel as director of that new division. She will join the team at the start of the new year. The Red Tide Institute was created in October. It will focus on studying and testing Florida red tide mitigation and control technologies.
Organizers of the Siesta Key Crystal Classic sharing some images on Facebook. They show some of the impressive sculptures all lit up in different colors after sunset. It's beautiful, isn't it? The 4-day festival wrapped up yesterday. Every year, sculptors from all around the world come here to take part in this competition. And this is, I remember Bob saying the other night, they tried it about a year ago, and it was such a hit that they thought, we've got to light these things up.
Oh, I know. It's one of the best parts of it is seeing them, maybe even going twice and seeing them in the morning or in the afternoon and then seeing them at night, because they're just so astounding. There are some amazing artwork. It's impressive.
All right, let's get over to Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan now with more on our forecast tonight. Bob?
Yeah, the chance to get out there and meet some of the winners too. And that last one you saw, the elephant there, it's digitized elephant, and that won second place of the individual category as well. Sponsored by ABC7, that one was. Van Wezel showing a nice sunset today over Sarasota Bay, Lombo Key, Siesta Key, all of them. It's just beautiful out there. It looks like things are going to change, though. Maybe not the best sunset tomorrow, as all this mess you see here is heading in our direction, and we'll be here. And also, it'll cool us off. So we are looking for much cooler air to move on in as the actual cold front, which is still well back here. This front is going to take its time getting to us and move through. It won't really move through until midday on Thursday. Then you'll notice the big drop in temperatures on Thursday night. Well, there were some showers, some sprinkles around earlier. That has since moved to the north. A little disturbance, a little piece of energy in the atmosphere creating those showers. Heavier storms on the east coast there, but nothing going on right now with the exception of a few showers offshore. So a sprinkle or two not out of the question this evening. Bigger chances for rain come on, again, looks like Wednesday during the afternoon and evening. Some of the rain moderate. We're not expecting a lot of rainfall, maybe a quarter inch of rainfall looks like in most areas. Some snow, though, as far south as North Alabama and into Tennessee. We'll have more in our forecast, let you know about the weekend weather coming up in a few minutes. Jacqueline?
All right, Bob, thank you. The trial of the notorious drug lord known as El Chapo got underway this morning in New York. ABC's Elizabeth Herb reports the trial is surrounded in unprecedented secrecy and security.
Security concerns delaying the start of opening statements in the El Chapo trial. A juror with a handwritten doctor's note dismissed, forcing lawyers to pick a replacement. Joaquin El Chapo Guzman and his history of 2 daring prison breaks in Mexico already had authorities here in New York on high alert.
Well, I think it's important, one, for jurors to feel that they are safe.
In the name of safety, officials turned the Brooklyn Federal Courthouse into a fortress, even arranging U.S. Marshals to escort the jury to and from the courthouse every day and keeping their identities anonymous.
Despite all the hoopla and the folklore about Chapo, this Robin Hood kind of mystique, he's a vicious criminal.
In a 17-count indictment with charges including drug trafficking and conspiracy to commit murder, El Chapo stands accused of being involved in dozens of murders, smuggling more than 200 tons of drugs, and making billions of dollars in drug deals here in the U.S. and around the world.
He feared the United States jail, and that's his reality right now.
So now we are being told opening statements could begin later today or first thing tomorrow morning. The trial is expected to last for months. Elizabeth Herr, ABC News, Brooklyn, New York.
CNN is suing President Trump and top White House aides for suspending CNN correspondent Jim Acosta's press pass. The lawsuit claims denying Acosta's access to the White House violates his and CNN's First and Fifth Amendment rights. The White House revoked Acosta's so-called hard pass last week after the reporter angered President Trump by asking him multiple questions at a news conference. The White House accusing Acosta of placing his hands on an intern who was trying to take away the microphone. Press Secretary Sarah Sanders then shared a distorted video, what appeared to be distorted, a clip of the press conference as evidence. Sanders is one of the 6 defendants named in the lawsuit, along with President Trump.
Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg is not able to sit on the bench for Tuesday's session, but she is still working from home. That's according to the Supreme Court. Last week, the 85-year-old fell and fractured 3 ribs. She was out of the hospital by the end of the week. The Supreme Court Public Information Officer says she is continuing to improve. She is the Supreme Court's oldest current justice and has previously survived 2 forms of cancer and heart surgery.
In the heat of the game, it's easy to make a wrong move that could lead to an injury for yourself or others. That's why officials are working to increase safety for student athletes who are playing football. ABC7's Alan Cohn joins us now to explain. Alan?
Scott, as we wind down the end of the high school football season, we've seen a number of injuries right here on the Suncoast. We have seen the Florida High School Athletic Association implement new rules limiting the amount of contact in practice. And with safety concerns like concussions and spinal injuries, there's been a steady decline in kids playing. Now, more and more programs are teaching proper tackling techniques and new helmets to minimize concussions and injuries on the field. Tonight we hear from a parent and a leading doctor dealing with concussions and coaches on what's being done to keep kids safe on the field.
More importantly, we have changed the way that our kids tackle, and you start by changing the language around tackling.
We'll also hear tonight from a local three-time Super Bowl champion at the Trapezoid. Back to you.
Look forward to that. Thank you, Alan. Still to come in your Suncoast News, under new guidelines, what percentage of Americans are not getting enough physical activity?
Plus, a look at what the opening of 2 new Amazon offices in the U.S. will mean for jobs and the company.
Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction and collaborate with our designers to create the perfect custom solution for any room. Go to CaliforniaClosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the showroom nearest to you.
It's year-end clearance time at every Gettle location. Over 3,000 new vehicles, over 1,000 used vehicles on clearance right now at Gettle.com. And Gettle Pre-Owned Certified Plus means buying with peace of mind. Get credit help, fast cash for your car, and year-end clearance prices right now at a Gettle dealership near you. Gettle's got it. At Gettle.com.
Planning the right amount of food is hard. The Guestimator makes it easy. Just tell it who's coming and what's for dinner. Then it tells you how much to make. And yes, it even plans for leftovers. Try it at SaveTheFood.com.
It's a brand given life by craftsmen with seductive Italian styling. The Alfa Romeo Giulia. Stelvio.
Get yours at Sunset Maserati, Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Experience true automotive luxury at Sunset Maserati, Alfa Romeo of Sarasota. Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction and collaborate with our designers to create the perfect custom solution for any room. Go to CaliforniaClosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the showroom nearest to you.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is dealing with more confirmed cases of a rare polio-like illness that mostly affects children. 10 more cases of acute flaccid myelitis have been confirmed since last week. That brings the total this year to 90. 162 possible cases are currently under investigation. AFM, as it's known, is a rare illness that affects the nervous system. It can cause muscle weakness and sudden onset paralysis. According to the CDC, 90% of patients since 2014 have been children under the age of 4. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services has released an update to their physical activity guidelines. ABC's Kenneth Moten tells us how many Americans do not meet these new guidelines.
Almost 80% of Americans are not getting enough exercise, according to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Today, the agency released updated guidelines for physical activity for all Americans. Children 3 to 5 should be physically active all day, with a goal of at least 3 hours a day to enhance growth and development. Children and teens 6 to 17 should get 60 minutes of moderate physical activity every day. According to HHS, just 26% of men and 19% of women are getting the recommended amounts of exercise per week. Adults should get 150 minutes of exercise a week and at least 2 days of muscle strengthening. Exercise includes running or biking, lifting or resistance training, and bone strengthening like jump rope or running. Exercise has significant immediate and long-term health benefits, so lace up those sneakers and get a move on. With this Medical Minute, I'm Kenneth Moten, ABC News.
Now your ABC7 First Alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Sounds like some good advice right there. We have some good advice. Keep your umbrella handy, especially tomorrow late and through Thursday morning as a cold front approaches and some of this mess right here starts to move on in, and that will bring us a pretty good chance for some rainfall, even a few thunderstorms. Now the rain chance is fairly high tomorrow afternoon, 60%, and then the thunderstorm chance is not as high at around 40%. So we'll see a few, I think, but not many. And we're not anticipating anything too severe. This cold front will eventually slide through on Thursday midday. As it moves on through, we'll see this front again bring us that rain chance and also some much cooler air expected to settle in. We'll get away from these near record high temperatures today. Again, 87 degrees. The high temperature today and a couple degrees shy of the record. Some bigger storms to our north right now, and that's where the area of low pressure is developing. So that'll be far enough north, I think, that it should not be causing too much lift, and that would cause stronger storms to be around. We had a little bit of a brief shower that moved on through earlier today. The heavier weather along the east coast, north of Lake Okeechobee, but nothing going on really right now. A few showers offshore, very spotty at best, moving off to the northeast at 10 to 15. So the forecast this evening calling for some clouds occasionally. Otherwise, partly cloudy conditions and temperatures staying pretty warm into the mid-70s by 11 o'clock tonight. The headlines read like this: showers and storms, especially tomorrow late and into Thursday morning. And then we'll see much cooler air start to move in, especially Thursday night, Friday morning. And on Friday, high temperatures will be below seasonal averages into the low to mid 70s. And then back to average we go by Saturday afternoon. We should be back into the upper 70s. At least it's not going to be near record breaking over the weekend. Should be a real nice weekend with some drier air settling in, some sunshine, temperatures finally where they belong in the upper 70s. Tomorrow, different story. They'll still be into the mid 80s. We'll start off warm too in the low 70s, get into the mid 80s, and a chance for a few showers and thunderstorms starting to pick up later on in the afternoon and evening, continuing on into Thursday. Here's the forecast model showing that rain. This is, again, as we take you through time, a few brief showers possible this evening, but the better chance comes after noon tomorrow. The showers and storms, and then better chances for heavier weather to our north. We could still see a few thunderstorms. This is at 10 o'clock on Wednesday, and then the trailing cold front still back here on Thursday morning at 7 a.m. Eventually that works through, brings a few showers, but not expecting a lot of rain after noon on Thursday. Some snow, though, falling in parts of Kentucky and Tennessee. And then that north wind funnels in, brings us some pretty chilly temperatures, and it looks like it'll stay that way for Friday. And then another storm. This is Thursday, by the way, Thanksgiving. This is a long way off, but the GFS is indicating a pretty big storm system developing in the Gulf of Mexico. As far as rainfall goes, as far as the accumulation goes anyway, we're not expecting a lot of quarter-inch. I mentioned some isolated areas could get a little bit more than that, and it's not going to be over everywhere, but we will see a pretty good chance for some widespread shower activity over the next 36 hours. So temperature forecast, we'll start the morning off on Wednesday into the low 70s. It will be warm. And then we'll warm up into the mid-80s, so one more day of that, cooler over the panhandle. This system's getting sheared apart. It's a tropical system, Invest 96L, not showing any signs of really development now because of the strong winds that are in the atmosphere in the upper levels. 81 right now. We have some clouds around. The high today I mentioned 87 degrees, and that was a few degrees shy of the record, which was 92, set back in 1972. So for boaters tomorrow, looks to be showers and storms in the afternoon, nothing too bad in the morning. Seas will be 2 to 3 feet with a light to moderate chop in the late in the day. And as far as the forecast goes for 7 days, there's a rain chances. I mentioned those, and then 40% for Thursday morning mainly. Cool cooler weather, highs in the low 70s. There'll be some mid-70s near the coast, and then a pretty nice weekend ahead. Jacqueline?
All right, Bob, thank you. Let's take a look at your first alert traffic for the drive home in Manatee County. We are seeing a crash on State Road 70 at I-75. There are some delays on State Road 70 eastbound. Further south on I-75, we are still seeing a lot of red heading northbound. Those delays begin right before the Clark Road exit, and they continue past Bee Ridge Road. South County, however, is looking clear at this hour. Scott?
In consumer news, Amazon stands to get nearly $2.5 billion in tax breaks and other incentives as part of its deals to open 2 new headquarters. Amazon officially announcing today that Long Island City in New York, that's in Queens, and Arlington, Virginia, won its competition to house Amazon's 2nd and 3rd headquarters. The new offices will bring more than 25,000 new jobs to each location. Nashville was selected to become an operations hub. Walmart is planning to hire more military spouses. The retailer is launching a new program called the Military Spouse Connection. The company will give hiring preference to those who are married to active military members. Walmart's CEO and president says military spouses are unsung heroes, and the company wants to honor and help them find a job or build a career.
Well, stay with us. Entertainment news is coming up next.
Happy Honda Days are here, and you're gonna like the holiday clearance savings. Save on the Accord, on sale for just $249 a month. That's the North American car of the year for less than the competition. Our most impressive Honda ever, on clearance for only $249 a month, loaded with more options, including a turbocharged engine and Honda Sensing. Do not miss these Honda clearance savings this week at your local Honda dealer.
There are lots of people who are confused about which Medicare plan is right for them.
Hey, that's me. I barely know where to start.
Well, start here with me, Karen. I'm a licensed Humana sales agent.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Karen. I'm John Smith.
Hi, John. At Humana, we know you're unique, so you have different needs from other John Smiths.
Yeah, I've always thought so.
And together, we can find a plan that's right for you.
Great. I go to the doctor a couple of times a year, and I have some prescriptions, but I'm never fully sure of what's covered and what's not.
With Humana's all-in-one Medicare Advantage plans, you get coverage for hospital stays, doctor visits, and Part D prescription drug benefits, all for an affordable and sometimes no monthly plan premium.
Do you have any more information?
Sure. I'll get a decision guide in the mail to you today. They're free.
Finally, someone who understands the real me.
Your health and happiness is important to us. Call or go online now to get your free decision guide. Call a licensed Humana sales agent today.
Since 1847, the Grand Hotel has earned a worldwide reputation for elegance and hospitality. Now the Grand has been transformed with reimagined rooms and suites and exceptional fine dining and meeting spaces. The spa is more luxurious, and championship golf will test your game, all overlooking beautiful Mobile Bay. The Grand Hotel Golf Resort and Spa. Timeless elegance transformed. For reservations, visit grand1847.com.
At Tidewell Hospice, we know it's never too late to say thank you to our military veterans. The Tidewell Honors Veterans Program has provided care to more than 13,000 military families since 2008. Tidewell volunteers help honor veterans through special pinning ceremonies that demonstrate our appreciation for the freedom our veterans fought to defend. If you know a veteran who can benefit from end-of-life care, call or visit tidewell.org today. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
I'm Anne. I'm a scientist.
Recycling takes a team.
Why don't you let me and me help you out?
Everyone plays a part. Don't trash
I love taking stuff apart and building new things out of it.
what could be treasure.
Pal's my most advanced android. This is awesome. You haven't seen anything yet.
Give your cardboard box another life. Recycle.
In entertainment news, tennis great Serena Williams adding to her long list of accolades.
The 37-year-old has now been named GQ's Woman of the Year. Williams was featured on one of 4 covers of the magazine's December issue. She's wearing a black long-sleeve turtleneck leotard and is called the Champion by the magazine. Williams is alongside GQ's Men of the Year actors Michael B. Jordan, Henry Golding, and Jonah Hill.
Well, Dave Chappelle made a special appearance in an Ohio couple's engagement photos. Tommy Saunders and Emily Eldridge were enjoying a photo shoot in Yellow Springs when the comedian showed up. Well, he apparently lives in the area, and according to the photographer, he initially declined taking a photo with the couple until he started talking with Saunders about the future groom's military service. Now, Saunders has been in the Air Force since 2010. Chappelle then announced he would photobomb the couple. He said those photos would go viral, and of course, those images posted on social media did go viral. He was right.
Personal items from both Frank and Barbara Sinatra are going up on the auction block. The collection features 26 pieces, including Barbara's 20-carat diamond engagement ring. Fans will also be able to buy Sinatra's golf clubs, a tuxedo, fine art, film, and entertainment mementos like a revised final script for From Here to Eternity. Together, the items are valued at more than $3 million. Sotheby's will host 3 auctions in late November and December, and then all the proceeds will go to Barbara Sinatra Children's Center.
Well, winter is coming in April. HBO announcing today that the 8th and final season of Game of Thrones will premiere in April of 2019. That season will include 6 episodes that decide the fate of the fan favorite characters. Although the spring will be the end of the popular series, HBO currently has multiple prequel and spin-off projects in development. One of those projects will star Naomi Watts. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be upset to see Game of Thrones go.
Well, we just want it to come back. I mean, it's been like, by the time it airs, it'll be almost like 20 months since we last saw a new
I know you're a
episode.
big fan of Game of Thrones.
We'll be right back with more news.